I in the Gridiron Ghost, the voice that lingers in the empty bleachers long after the final whistle fades. I've seen the heroes rise, the rivalries ignite, and the traditions that make college football eternal. This is Campus Chronicles, beyond the game, where history breathes, legends speak, and the echoes never fade. Today, we travel south, to the heart of Texas, where loyalty is measured not in yards, but in generations. Here, a single moment of courage turned an entire fan base into part of the team. This is the 12th man, Texas A&M's living legacy. It was January 2nd, 1922. Dallas, Texas, the Dixie Classic, predecessor to the Cotton Bowl. The Aggies of Texas A&M were taking on the top-ranked Center College Praying Colonels, a team so dominant they were favored by everyone east of the Mississippi. By halftime, the Aggies were battered. 11 men stood bloody, bruised, and exhausted, one player short of catastrophe. Head coach Dana X. Bible scanned the sideline for help. He spotted a young man in the stands, a former squad member, E. King Gill, who had left football to focus on basketball. Bible waved him down. "Get ready," he said. "We might need you." Gill suited up, donning the uniform of an injured teammate. He stood on the sideline for the rest of the game, ready to play if called upon, but he never stepped on the field. When the final whistle blew, Texas A&M had upset Center 22-14, and E. King Gill became something larger than a backup. He became a symbol, the player who never played, but who stood ready for his team. That day, the 12th man was born. Over time, that single act transformed into a living tradition. At Texas A&M, being the 12th man means standing, not sitting. Every student, every alumnus, every fan, a body in the stands, a soul on the field. During every home game at Kyle Field, 38,000 students stand for all four quarters, rain or shine, symbolizing their readiness to take the field if needed. It's a sea of maroon and white, an ocean of commitment that never sits. You won't find another fan base like it in college football. Others cheer, others chant. Aggies stand. To this day, freshmen are told, their first week on campus, "You're not just a fan, you're the 12th man." Kyle Field isn't just a stadium, it's a monument to unity, built on loyalty, sweat, and sound. Its foundations were first poured in 1927 by E.J. Kyle, the head of athletics, who used his own funds to start construction. When the stands fill, the roar becomes physical, a vibration that moves through concrete. They call it the home of the 12th man. During big games, decibel meters have recorded over 125 decibels, louder than a jet engine at takeoff. The Aggie yell leaders, not cheerleaders, orchestrate the sound like conductors of chaos, turning chants into symphonies. And the Aggie War Hymn, written by J.V. Pinky Wilson during World War I, is part of that power. Wilson composed it in a foxhole in France, using the tune of a popular ragtime song. The lyrics were designed to unify returning soldiers under one banner. "Saw varsity's horns off," a jab at the University of Texas Longhorns. When 100,000 Aggies lock arms, sway side to side, and sing those words, it's not just noise. It's history made audible. In 1983, head coach Jackie Sherrill revived the spirit of E. King Gill in a new way. He invited an entire squad of walk-ons, non-scholarship players, to join the team as special teams contributors. They were not stars, they were not recruited, they were students, embodying the readiness of that first 12th man. Every kickoff that season was led by one of those walk-ons wearing the number 12. They called it the 12th man kickoff team. Over time, the concept evolved, but the meaning stayed. To this day, a single player on every Texas A&M team wears the number 12 jersey, honoring that tradition. He is chosen for his selflessness, his leadership, and his willingness to put the team above himself. To wear 12 is to carry history and expectation. Few fan bases have faced heartbreak as fiercely as the Aggies. In 1999, tragedy struck during the annual bonfire. A student-built tower meant to symbolize the burning desire to beat the hell out of TU, the University of Texas. When the stack collapsed during construction, 12 students lost their lives. It was one of the darkest moments in the university's history. But even then, the spirit of the 12th man shone through. Students stood shoulder to shoulder for days, holding candlelight vigils. The Aggie band played softly under the stars, and thousands of alumni returned to campus. At the next home game, the crowd stood in silence for 12 minutes, one for each fallen student. Since then, the bonfire memorial stands on that same ground, its 12 portals aligned to the stars, representing the lives lost and the unity of the Aggie spirit. The Aggies' most famous rival has always been the University of Texas, TU in Aggie slang. That rivalry burned with passion for decades, especially around Thanksgiving. Even when the team stopped playing after 2011, the chants never disappeared. Aggies still sing "Saw Varsity's Horns Off," and Longhorns still reply in kind. But behind the teasing lies something deeper: respect. Because the 12th man isn't built on hate, it's built on belonging. It's the recognition that rivalry sharpens identity, but loyalty defines it. Every Aggie, from cadet to alum, lives by the Aggie Code of Honor. An Aggie does not lie, cheat, or steal, or tolerate those who do. That code and the 12th man are one and the same, unbreakable. Here's what few outside College Station know. During World War II, Texas A&M sent more officers into the armed forces than any other college in America. Many of them carried the spirit of the 12th man with them, a promise to stand ready wherever they were needed. Even today, the phrase 12th man echoes beyond football. It's used by Aggies serving in disaster relief, humanitarian work, and military service. When the world needs someone to step up, Aggies say, "We're here." The legacy even influenced professional sports. The Seattle Seahawks famously adopted the 12th man nickname, but Texas A&M owns the trademark. In 2006, the two reached a legal agreement. A&M allowed Seattle to use the name, but the origin remains proudly Aggie. On game day in College Station, the 12th man is more alive than ever. The stands ripple with white towels, the yells roll like thunder, and when the Aggie band marches in, you feel it in your chest. The Fighting Texas Aggie Band is the largest military marching band in the world, known for its precision drills and disciplined formations. Every step is rehearsed, every turn is choreographed. It's not just music, it's a visual heartbeat of the university. And when the team runs onto the field, the student section erupts as one voice, 38,000 strong, standing, always standing. The 12th man doesn't sit down because the story of King Gill still lives in them. Every yell, every cheer, every heartbeat, a century-long echo of a man who simply stood ready. What makes the 12th man extraordinary isn't its origin, it's its endurance. Generations have come and gone, coaches have changed, and stadiums have expanded, but the core remains the same: readiness. In a sport built on collisions and chaos, Texas A&M built its identity on steadiness, on standing firm when called. The 12th man isn't a player or a fan base. It's an ideal. It's proof that spirit can be just as powerful as talent. So the next time you see a crowd of maroons standing tall from kickoff to final whistle, remember, they're not spectators. They're participants in a century-old promise. The promise that no Aggie stands alone. The lights dim, the echoes fade, but the spirit remains. I am the Gridiron Ghost, a witness to every chant, every cheer, every chapter of this game we love. You've been listening to Campus Chronicles, Beyond the Game, a JourneyWise Studios production, where the past still speaks and the stories never rest. Follow the echoes wherever you listen, and until next time, keep your spirit loud, your history close, and remember, the echoes never fade.